Hello and welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Stage 1 of the Gunfighter Gauntlet, the Captain Lewis Millet Give 'em Cold Steel and Hand Grenade stage. Alright, on this stage you killed 3 commies that you found there in the grass on the buzzer with your handgun. Now here I engaged this one very deliberately because of its weird shape and angle. Picked up the pace on these next 2. Showed clear, holstered the handgun, and then went to save the Cap.
Come on, Skipper, we're gonna get you out of here.
I elected to go with a fireman's carry. I saw people do a lot of different carries. Some people just lifted them up and chest carried them. Some people drug them by the arms. Other people kind of threw it over a shoulder a little differently. First bunker destroyed. Moving on to the second one. And you're moving uphill here, so it's a little harder than it looks. Second bunker destroyed. The dummy itself, Captain Hook there, he weighs a little over 100 pounds roughly, I'd say. And just a bit awkward. He doesn't move like a human body. Rather unceremoniously dumped him right there. Put my ear pro back on, which is not helping my time because it got all tangled up. But safety first. Prepped my grenade, to throw, but grabbed it and got it in there. Blew up the bunker. And got my rifle prepared.
They're your front, they're still front.
Loaded up. And as John Wayne said, kill them twice, make sure they stay dead. This was decidedly more challenging than it looked. And it was good, basic rifle marksmanship. Well within the capabilities of anybody's worth their salt. Under the time limit, spoiler alert, I par out before I get all the targets. But being a little winded and gassed and everything was not applying the best fundamentals of marksmanship. As always, room to improve, and that is going to be part of my training program going forward. I really like this stage because it had the historical perspective based in a real world event, but also just really absolutely practical rifleman knowledge. All very good stuff.
Breathe, pause, squeeze. Hit!
Hits are not coming fast as I wanted them to. But you know what?
You got the one on the far right. You got about
I enjoyed this stage
20 seconds, 25 seconds. You got one on the far right. Start. Go through your next sweep. Solid hit.
Going for 3.
Got that one.
Just a good hit. I need to get back and practice more of my rifle fundamentals. I really enjoyed shooting what would Stone rifle, and the TA-44 scope on it was 1.5 magnification and donut of death.
That's 5.
It is really a good application for the rifle. It's a good matchup, and it performed excellently.
5.
The shooter was
shooter unload, show clear.
So that's 4 unhit, right?
You got 4. You hit 4 unhit.
Okay.
I see clear. How do you feel?
I feel wonderful. Didn't kill enough commies though.
Alright, now it's Chris's turn. And he goes off on the buzzer way more aggressive than I did with his shots. As you can see, pumps him out really quick. He didn't let that target mess with his head. Clears his pistol, gets it holstered back up and secured. Didn't want to take DQ for losing the gun. Grabs Captain Hook. He does more of the over shoulder thing than the fireman's carry. And he makes his way up the hill. Again, taking out the bunkers along the way.
Boom! Boom!
And both bunkers destroyed. Now he's going for the last bunker, taking Captain Hook with him, which with his clothes falling off and seeing changed in fire hoses looks some kind of weird BDSM dummy, but I digress. Gets this last bunker taken out.
Boom!
Drops off the captain as unceremoniously as I did. Then makes his rifle ready because there's commies crawling away and you just can't have that.
They're still in front of you, that means they're a threat. Take them out.
Commies dispatched up close, now going for the ones out in the field. They're attempting a silly counterattack, and Chris is engaging them. He's using his M4 clone. He's got the aim point PRO on it, unmagnified optic, and he is making his engagement. Again, well-matched optic for the rifle that he's using. Can't say it enough, this stage was about good basic rifle marksmanship. It was a very enjoyable stage, and I can speak for Chris on this, that he had just as much fun doing this as I did. This perspective gives you some idea how the targets could be viewed. That hay that you see there in the field, if you were anything other than standing, you really couldn't see it. If you knelt, and some people did try that, you could just see it over the tops of the hay, which was a distraction. So, and prone was just not an option. So you basically had to stand and shoot from the offhand on this one. No way to really support the rifle. So this was dished down to the shooter's individual skill with the rifle. It's cool that the range facility there at Big Springs has a big natural terrain open field like this that you can engage in. It's not something you find at a lot of ranges, and it's definitely makes for a better engagement matrix than the big stone flat range. All right, now we begin Kevin's run. Kevin, in a way, kind of did this in hard mode. He joined us last minute to replace our friend Phil, who unfortunately was supposed to be at this event, but died in a tragic motorcycle accident. So Kevin's filling in for him and doing his best here. He had to come to this match, his first daylight match, and had to borrow a loaner pistol from me, a P226, and borrowed one of my KP15 rifles. And both weapons he had never shot before he came to the match. So he was at a severe disadvantage. Now Kevin picked a pretty unorthodox carrying style here, but he got the captain up the hill, and that's all that mattered.
Oh my God. Just drop him. Make a big fix.
Kevin chose to drop the cap and then drop his grenade in, and then pick the captain up. A very unorthodox carrying method again, but it's getting him up the hill, so it's not wrong. And drops the captain off.
All right, Captain Hook.
Another grenade down the bunker.
Boom.
More dead commies. And moving backwards back up the hill, I should say. And Kevin's giving it all.
Almost there. Get him to the bunker.
You know, tripping over the captain, but he still gets him undercover into safety.
Good. There you go.
Not
Kill
sure
them
that
fucking
bonking head
commies.
helped the captain out, but what the heck. Takes out that last bunker.
You got two crawling out of the front. Don't leave them alive.
And he takes out these commies here. Runs into a little problem. Had a magazine that was not working well with the rifle because hard mode for Kevin here. Not only is he borrowing my rifle, but he's borrowing Coop's magazine. So he's got just about everything possibly stacked against him that he could have. But he gets a new magazine in there and gets to engaging the enemy out in the field.
Try the magnifier. You're low.
Reminded him that he's got a magnifier. Again, he's not familiar with the rifle. It was handed to him the day of the match, and the first time he fired it was on the clock. So, you know, he can be forgiven for having to figure this out on the fly.
You're consistently about a half target.
But he made a very valiant effort here, and kudos to him because he didn't quit. He kept going all the way through.
Skip. Hit 5, 6. Time. Shooter, unload, show clear.
All right, that's stage one of the Gunfighter Gauntlet. It was actually our third stage of the day, but that's not important. It was a super fun stage. It was a good test of being quick and fast with your handgun, performing physical tasks along the way to your rifle shots, which was good basic rifle marksmanship. If you didn't have that, you weren't going to get your hits. I didn't perform as well as I wanted to. We as a team all parred out with different levels of scores, as you see. But you know what? We all enjoyed the stage, and it just goes to show that equipment in a way doesn't matter as long as it's good enough. Because we also watch guys shoot the stage with super duper high power LPVOs that could have bought the rifles all three of us and used 3 times over, and they didn't fare any better either. So when it comes to basic rifle marksmanship, doesn't matter if you're irons, doesn't matter if you're red dot, doesn't matter if you're LPVO, prism, whatever, insert optic sighting system here. If you don't have your basics down, you're not going to get the hits. Great fun stage. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for stage 2.